Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Closet Confections TV. I'm your host, Kendra, and today we're here to talk about my addiction to coats. Yeah, it's a problem. But you know, some people collect stamps and coins. I collect coats and shoes and purses and dresses. But that's neither here nor there. Today we're here to talk about my top 7 coat recommendations, and not necessarily these specific coats, but these types of coats that I think that everyone should have in their wardrobe for winter 2019 going into winter 2020. So let's get into it. So for starters, what I'm going to show you is just a fraction of my coat collection. Like I said, I collect coats and I got a lot of them. But just a little bit of backstory. I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, which is basically like growing up in the Arctic. Like seriously, I think that Michigan for like the last few years has been voted one of the most miserable states to live in during the winter. And I would have to agree. I think that experience growing up in Michigan has taught me a thing or two about how to choose good coats. Because for a good portion of the year, like I'm in New York City now, and it's not nearly as brutal in the winter as it is in Michigan. But for a good portion of the year, like coats are basically what people see when you're walking down the street. Like your outfit, you could be wearing, you know, a cat suit underneath and no one would know about it. So I like to have a lot of coats to choose from during the winter months, just to switch up my look and to stay warm, to stay toasty, and to stay fashionable. So I want to start out with my pick number 1, a classic wool camel coat. I honestly think that every woman should have one of these in her wardrobe. Now, my dream camel coat would be Max Mara, like the wrap coats. I think those are so classic. But you don't have to break the bank. You don't have to spend Max Mara ducats to still look great. This particular one I got from H&M, one of my favorites, and I got it on the clearance rack like when the weather had warmed up, and this coat I think was like $25. I believe originally it was more like $120, but I couldn't pass it up. It was the only one they had left. It happened to be in my size, and it's just, it goes with everything. You can wear it to work, you can wear it even just casual with like sneakers, a pair of leggings, and a beanie cap. Like this is just, if you had to get one coat for the winter, I would say this would be a strong contender. My number 2 coat pick is a good quality puffer jacket. So this one I got recently from Fabletics, and it's an interesting website. So basically they're known for their leggings and workout gear, but I had a bunch of credits that had accumulated and I saw that they had winter coats, and I was like, I'm gonna need one of these. So I think that this is a great utilitarian jacket, because when the weather dips like below freezing and like below 0, like I've experienced some Arctic temperatures, you know, as much as I want to be cute, sometimes you just got to go with practicality, and this one definitely fits that bill. So what I love about this coat is this hood. This is like one of the most serious hoods. Can you see that? This is one of the most serious hoods I've ever encountered. So when it's like snowing sideways and the wind is whipping around your face, you want a hood like this that's gonna like protect you and stay cozy. I got this one in a very large size so that I could accommodate thick sweaters underneath. Another style of puffy jacket, I don't have one to show you guys right now, but you can also get the cute ones that are more like fitted or belted at the waist if you don't want to just look like a marshmallow. But like I said, when it's like super nasty outside and you have to be outside, you really can't go wrong with a big utilitarian puffy coat. So my number 3 coat pick is a teddy coat. Teddy coats we've been seeing for several winters now, and I feel like it's definitely become a staple. I've collected a number of teddy coats, and I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite ones that I currently have. So this first one is this beautiful rich caramel color that I got from Free People. I love this coat. So it's like a shorter length jacket. It's double breasted. It really feels like I'm just like being hugged by a giant teddy bear. I really like this coat. So my second teddy coat that I am in love with is this one that I picked up from Unigo last year, and it comes in this deep olive green color. This one is a little bit longer and single-breasted compared to the Free People jacket, but yeah, this is one that I love to throw on. It's also pretty lightweight, so when it's not like freezing cold but you still want to be sort of snuggly, this is a great option. And my last and probably my favorite teddy coat, I just got this recently from H&M. H&M has been really killing it recently with their fur coats and their teddy coats, and it's this gorgeous tan color coat. I love the collar. It looks very luxe. It reminds me again of a Max Mara teddy coat, but like for a teeny tiny fraction of the price. And this coat is heavy, and not heavy in a bad way, but it seems like it's gonna be pretty warm. I got this in an extra large. I probably could have gotten away with the large and even the medium in this coat, but I wanted it to be super oversized so I could layer. My number 4 coat pick is bright colors. Oh my gosh, living in New York City during the winter time is just a sea of gray. Like, people's coats are like gray. The streets and the snow have turned to this gray, sludgy, slushy, gross mess. You go down into the subway, it's gray. It's so depressing. So I like to always add a pop of color to my winter coat collection. And this year I picked up something special from Target of all places. This coat was under 50 bucks. It's this super fun, bright Barbie pink color. It's by a brand called Wild Fable. And I'm gonna have so much fun wearing this jacket. I can't wait. I'm gonna wear it with like my little beanie hat with the pom-pom on the top, my black, probably Doc Marten boots. And yeah, you're not gonna be able to tell me anything, even when it's like freezing cold. Oh, and the best part, this coat comes like down to my ankles basically, so it's basically being wrapped in like a giant pink marshmallow. But yes, get you a brightly colored coat. Cannot wait for the weather to get gross so I can actually wear this one. All right, pick number 5 is Faux Fur. So I mentioned previously that I am from Detroit, Michigan, and Detroit girls love our fur. I am no exception, and you know, try to be more conscious consumer and go with faux fur. There's so many great faux fur options. I'm going to show you 2. So the first one I showed you guys in my holiday fashion tip video was this gorgeous black faux fur jacket that I got from Amazon. This coat can be dressed up or down. I've worn this to like some fancier events and it's a really cute and fun coat to wear. Another casual option that I picked up recently is this coat from H&M. Like, seriously guys, H&M's coats this season are like on point. Like, I've gotten these 2 coats recently, that teddy coat I showed you, this fur coat, and like this fun green color. So this is like 2 of my tips in one, like a fun color and faux fur. And then I also have another coat from H&M on its way. It didn't make it in time for this video, but I will link it down below and show it to you guys here. Another kind of like Max Mara dupe, I think. But yeah, faux fur coats are just so much fun. My coat pick number 6 is vintage. So vintage is kind of a broad category, but like vintage coats, especially, I'm partial to coats from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s in particular. 80s coats currently are just, I don't know, they don't really do it for me in general, but I feel like coats, especially from 50s, 60s, and 70s, are so good. So this is a 50s style coat that I picked up at an antique shop. Eric and I went on a little road trip a couple of years ago, and I got this coat, and I think this is a pretty good representation of the kind of coat that I would recommend going for. So this one is made of a boiled wool fabric, and it's got this fur collar. So I do, like I said, I mentioned I try to buy faux fur, and I do get vintage fur. One thing that you want to keep an eye out for when you're looking at vintage coats is you want to make sure that the lining is intact. So inspect that pretty thoroughly because replacing a lining is pretty expensive. All right, my coat pick number 7, last but certainly not least, a cape. You cannot go wrong with the cape. Now this is a great option if you're like me. Like, I tend to get super overheated, so I find that capes are a nice option if you're one of those people that gets kind of overheated, or if you have on an outfit that's kind of bulky and you don't want to put a whole coat on over that, a cape could be another great option. So this one I got from Shein, and I'm gonna do a roundup of all my pieces from Shein. It's one of those like kind of sort of might be sketchy Chinese websites and I've gotten some great things. It's kind of hit or miss, but I will do maybe a video where I talk about how I personally find items on Shein. I usually don't have to send much back because I have a pretty good system. Cape that I love, and I've had this one for so many years, is from Forever 21. I love this cape. And this one is more casual because it zips up and it has little pockets on the side. I got from Uniqlo a pair of long elbow length gloves and a matching scarf, and when I wear that together I feel so fancy. But yeah, there's some great cape options out there, vintage capes. Ooh, especially on eBay you can find some great ones. So I'll try to do a roundup of capes that I find online that I think are super cute and available for purchase currently, because these two are kind of old. The Shein one might be available, but this Forever 21 number definitely won't be. But yes, capes are a great winter jacket, winter coat alternative. All right, and I know this was technically supposed to be the top 7 types of coats you need in your wardrobe, but you know, your girl has to give you a bonus. And so my bonus is plaid. I love a good plaid coat. I live for a plaid moment in basically any clothing item. I have plaid shoes, plaid dresses, plaid skirts, plaid shirts, and plaid coats. I don't have a plaid bag though, so we gotta change that. But in any case, I got this plaid coat. It's a buffalo plaid, which is really great, especially during the holiday seasons. I think it's really festive. But this coat I got from Uniqlo several years ago, and I love that it's oversized and it's really lightweight. So that's another thing. I love lightweight wool coats, but you get them a couple of sizes, not couple size, maybe a size bigger than normal. And that way, if it's, you know, super cold out, you can layer underneath. But if it's like not too chilly, but you still need a coat, you can wear this but not have it be too bulky and like too, I hate that feeling of being all sweaty and like gross, especially on the New York City subways. A coat like that, a lightweight wool coat that you can just layer underneath if you need to, or shed those layers if you have to, is definitely one of my go-tos. All right guys, so there you have it, my top 7, or rather top 8 types of coats that every woman should have in their wardrobe this winter. I hope that you enjoyed this video. As always, give me a thumbs up and definitely subscribe and sign up for those notifications, because if you haven't noticed, your girl's been on a roll pumping out new video content. Give myself a pat on the back. But seriously, I love to hopefully help you guys and inspire you guys to really have a wardrobe and a closet that works. So if you have some topics or questions or things that you want me to cover in a future video, definitely let me know down in the comments and I will try my best to accommodate you guys. But until next time, stay classy, stay fabulous, and most importantly, stay warm this winter.